When I first started my content agency, I had zero experience, no portfolio, and no connections. But in just 23 days, I was able to make $6,000. Today, I'm gonna show you exactly how I landed my first couple clients and built my business from scratch, all while learning the ropes as I went. And the best part, I did this working just 3 to 4 hours per day from my laptop while in college at just 17 years old. First things first, let me just talk about why I chose a content agency in the first place. As you all probably know by now, we live in an attention economy. And if you think about it, pretty much every business nowadays needs to make content. And if they're not making content, their competitors are gonna make way more money than them. So what this means is that there's a ton of demand for this service. I was actually scrolling through Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and I just saw so many content agencies that were landing clients. So I knew that this was a service that was in demand. And if other people could do it, I knew I could as well. What you need to understand is that these businesses have no idea how to make good content, how to get clients from content, how to manage the process, hire a team. They don't know anything, so they need content agencies. And if you're selling something that's a need, you're gonna win and scale like crazy. So first things first, when you start your content agency, you need to make your website. I used card.co for this. And the reason why you need one is because whenever you reach out to someone, they're gonna check your profile and look for a website. If they don't find one, the chances of you signing them as a beginner are extremely low. And what we need to do is make sure all the odds are in our favor. So once you have your website done, you're gonna need to make a video sales letter. This is a 4 to 6 minute video that goes onto your website that sells prospects on your service and explains what you do. You wanna make sure you show your face here in order to build trust. Now, the final step of the setup process is setting up your social media pages. Make sure everything looks clean, you have a nice bio, nice profile picture, and you're ready to roll. Now we're moving on to the golden bullet method, which is how you're gonna actually sign clients and make money. This is the same method I used 2 years ago to sign my first client for $6,000 upfront. Keep in mind, I had $1,000 in my bank account, so this $6,000 cash injection was huge. What you need to do is make a list of 100 people that you want to work with. Don't put bums in here, make sure they're actually good people that would get results. And then what I did is I reached out to 5 of them every single day. At the time, I was primarily offering short form content services, so what I was doing is repurposing any of their YouTube videos or podcasts and sending them an edited Instagram reel. I quickly learned basic video editing skills as I was going, and with every outreach, I was getting better and better. I did have previous experience, but it was in a completely different type of editing style, so it didn't really carry over. However, if you have no editing experience, it actually doesn't matter at all because Chris and Amrit scaled to 35K a month in 4 months without knowing a single thing about video editing. So I was sending 5 free short form videos every single day. However, if you don't know how to edit or you don't want to do short form content, what you can do is send free video scripts, you can send idea documents, and pretty much anything you can think of that would be instantly actionable. They can post a short form video right away. They can record a YouTube video right away. The last thing you want to do is send them something that they have to analyze and digest over 2, 3, 4 hours. You want to make sure it's something quick and actionable. In terms of what I was looking for in these ideal clients, I was pretty much reaching out to people who had no online presence or just a very slight online presence, maybe making a couple videos, but they weren't consistent. I was also reaching out to people who were already established. I pretty much split it in half and I made a list of 50 people who were established and 50 people who weren't. And I made sure to only work with online businesses that were selling high ticket offers. This means they're selling something above $3,000. Now you can work with low ticket, but it's just easier to work with high ticket, so I went with that. Now, as I was sending these 5 messages per day while I was in college, while I was working a marketing internship, I could only work 3 to 4 hours per day maximum. So what I did in that time frame is send my 5 messages, consume some content, learn some new things, and then I would also make a couple posts myself on my own social media pages. For every 100 people you reach out to, on average, you'll close 1 to 2. Knowing this statistic, I promised myself I would stay consistent and send 5 messages every single day until it worked. And I knew it was going to work because I saw tons of other people on Twitter signing content agency clients. And if they can do it, so can I. As long as I kept that in my head, if they can do it, so can I. I was able to sign my first client within 23 days. That gave me the motivation to keep going. Now, there was actually a period about 10 days into outreach, I had sent 50 messages. I was kind of telling myself, man, this isn't working. And I didn't outreach for 3 days straight. But then I came back and I didn't want to let this short form content agency become another agency or another business that I failed. Or instead of failed, I should say quit. Because I quit like 3 business models prior. I was like, no, I'm not going to do this. Other people are doing it. So can I. Let me ram this. And then that's when it started working. December 17th, 2022, 2 days after I turned 18, I signed my first client for $6,000 upfront. We were making a combination of YouTube videos and short form videos for him. Now, after I signed this first client, it just created a waterfall effect. I ended up scaling to 10K a month within 82 days. And then by the time it was September 2023, I was at 62K a month. And then just another 4 or 5 months later, I was at 93.5K a month. So when you make the conscious decision to take control of your life, you can change everything. Now, I'm just going to say this because I know I'm going to get comments about this or DMs. You can start this business with 0 experience and you don't need any crazy equipment. All you need is your phone and your laptop. Another question I'm probably going to get is why are people going to pay you $2,000 a month, $3,000, $6,000 for content services? It's because they need content to get clients and they know if they post content, they're going to get more clients. So whatever fee they pay you, they're expecting to make back even more. And another reason why they're paying you is because they don't know how to make content that converts and gets sales. One last thing I forgot to mention is that the reason why that client paid me $6,000 is because it was a $2K a month retainer, but he paid me in full 3 months up front. What I did was I pitched him at $2,500 a month, but I told him if he paid in full, I would bring it down to $2,000 a month, which adds up to $6,000. I then used that cash to reinvest back into the business and scale up like crazy. So that's exactly how I went from absolute zero to making my first $6,000 in just 23 days with my content agency. Now you have two options. You can take everything I've shown you in this video and try to figure it out yourself, or you can click the first link in the description and watch my free training and apply to get coached directly by me. Your call. I'll see you in the next video. Make sure to subscribe.